Добар ден, го следите неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа. Наш денешен гостин е господинот Желјко Богетик, главен економист на Светска банка за Западен Балкан. Господине Богетик, ако направите споредба на економскиот развој на Македонија со другите земји од регионот, би добиле ли преодна оценка?
Well, I would first of all like to say that we at the World Bank working on Macedonia are very much encouraged by the fact that Macedonia has indeed been among the leaders in the Western Balkan region, both in terms of the overall economic performance, but also macroeconomic policy management, especially fiscal management on the one hand, but also structural reforms such as the improvements in investment climate, which basically brought Macedonia recently into the rank of some of the most investment-friendly countries in the region and in the world. So overall, I think Macedonia is generally a very positive story in the Western Balkans region, and we'd like to see more of that.
Ајде малку и за таа страна која што не е толку позитивна. Невработеноста е сериозен проблем кој што вие го посочивте и во последниот годишен извештај за економскиот развој на земјите од Западен Балкан. Постои ли успешна формула за справување со овој проблем?
Yes. Well, I think the central message of our new Southeast Europe economic report is that several countries of our region are facing significant challenge of fiscal consolidation, that is a reduction in fiscal deficits and a reduction in public debt, and a further progress on structural reforms, that is improvements in investment climate, in labor regulations and public sector. Macedonia, by contrast, has managed its public finances prudently, kept the deficits under control, and its public debt is much lower. Yet, under the current conditions in the Eurozone of high uncertainty and the potential intensification of the Eurozone crisis, Macedonia too must continue to keep a tight lid on fiscal deficits and prevent the escalation of public debt in the future. So that is a challenge, to kind of continue implementing the sound policies from the past, but within what is a more difficult external economic environment. Long term, I see Macedonia's main challenge of continuing to integrate physically in terms of foreign trade, in terms of financial flows, in terms of European integrations, and further advancing the reforms geared towards increased productivity, competitiveness, better investment climate and more efficient public sector.
Дали во такви услови инвестирањето во споменици и во други непродуктивни проекти може да представува дополнителен ризик за македонската економија?
Yeah. Well, as in everything, I think it's a matter of balance. Foreign financing is generally a good thing if it is within fiscally prudent limits, and if that foreign financing is supporting productive investments and key capital projects that contribute to sustainable economic growth. The other side of the coin is how that money is being used in the local economy and in the domestic budgets. And there, indeed, the key is really that not only it is important to keep the deficits under control and the public debt low, but it is also important that the structure of the budgets is more geared towards productive public investments, that is to say, real bottlenecks, typically infrastructure, whose resolution can have a high impact on economic growth. Here I mean transport infrastructure, the links with neighboring countries, energy, and so on and so forth.
Вашите проценки зборуваат за стапка на економски раст од 2% за оваа година и 3% наредната година. Владата секогаш ја посочува светската економска криза како главен виновник за нискиот економски раст. Кое е вашето мислење?
Well, I think in the case of Macedonia, I would tend to agree that the external shocks and the particularly unfavorable external environment has indeed provided a fairly unfavorable picture that constrained Macedonia's short-term economic growth. So while there is much that the government can do and should continue to be doing, I think it is fair to say that the external environment right now is going to pose a significant headwinds and put a limit on short-term economic growth for Macedonia and the region as a whole. The hope is that 2012 will be a transition year, and that in 2013, hopefully with the gradual resolution of the Greek crisis, that these economies are gradually going to show sustained gaze to much more dynamic growth path that will eventually result in a decline in unemployment and poverty.
Во последниот извештај се наведува и извозот како недоволно искористен потенцијал во Македонија. Што според вас го кочи овој процес?
Yes, well, in a word, competitiveness of Macedonia's products is a big part of that formula and a big issue. In other words, Macedonian products need to be made more competitive, both in terms of the price, in terms of the quality, in terms of the standards that the European Union demands of small countries aspiring to become big exporters within its large market. But also in terms of the speed and efficiency with which Macedonian products are crossing the borders of its neighboring countries, both in terms, and that is affected in turn by infrastructure, by the speed of transport, by the speed of customs and clearance procedures, and so on and so forth. So it's an array of things that can be improved. Some of them are under the control of the Macedonian authorities, such as the infrastructure constraint, the customs, the standards, and so on and so forth. The others are also part of this external environment. The demand for Macedonia's exports in European Union right now is subdued. If we compare, for example, Macedonia with some of the other small countries with similar geographic and other constraints, take, for example, the Baltics or Slovenia or Malta or Cyprus, they have a much higher exports to GDP ratios, and they are able to tap these larger markets much more efficiently. In principle, there is nothing to stop Macedonia from doing the same, and I think that is something that the government could focus on even more in the future. That's a big unexploited potential.
Ако ги прашате бизнисмените во земјава, ќе ви кажат дека тешко се води бизнис тука. Од друга страна, владата промовира мерки со кои што го олеснува почнувањето и водењето бизнис во Македонија. Кои се вашите согледувања за тоа како функционира бизнис климата во Македонија?
I think in that regard, there are policy issues, both in terms of the flexibility and regulations in the labor market, for example, that could be substantially improved and that could help reduce the high unemployment over the long term. The rules for hiring and firing labor, for more flexible labor employment arrangements, and so on and so forth, on the one hand, is probably one factor that could help reduce unemployment over the long term and make Macedonia's economic growth much more labor absorbing than it had been so far. The other side of the coin is making Macedonia's public sector and public expenditures much more efficient. What I mean by that is that for every dinar spent, it is important to get more results in terms of those public expenditures, both in terms of the results in education, the results in health, the results in social safety net, in investments, and so on and so forth. And I think the reforms that are geared towards those efficiency gains are really the ones that I think would give the biggest bang for the Macedonia's dinar in the future, and that I see as a significant long-term challenge.
Ви благодарам за разговорот.
Thank you.
Вам, почитувани, ви благодарам за вниманието со кое не следевте. Довидување за 7 дена.